The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), in collaboration with the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (Jamb) and other relevant stakeholders, this Tuesday organized the 4th National Summit on Checking Corruption in the Public Sector in Nigeria. Clearview TV's correspondent Gloria Atta reports that the summit is aimed at highlighting corruption cases in the education sector and possible solutions to the burning issues.
One of the greatest threats to the socio-economic development of any nation is corruption. The practice of corruption has filtered into almost every sphere of the Nigerian economy, including the education sector, and it manifests in different ways such as recruitment of unqualified or unfit persons to teach at primary, secondary or tertiary levels, admission racketeering, examination malpractice, diversion of revenue for and within the sector, operation of illegal academic institutions especially at the tertiary level, sexual harassment and so on. These practices often leave adverse consequences on the already dwindling educational system. The 4th Annual National Summit on Diminishing Corruption in the Public Sector, organized by the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), in collaboration with relevant stakeholders, has provided another opportunity to review government's efforts in the fight against corruption in the public sector, as well as map out strategies to ensuring a better educational system. Declaring the summit open, President Muhammadu Buhari said corruption in the education system from basic level to the tertiary level has been undermining his administration's efforts and investments to revamping the sector. He therefore urged Nigerians and other relevant stakeholders to demand transparency and accountability from the management of educational institutions in Nigeria.
I believe that the role of government in education is to guarantee access and establish minimum benchmarks for quality education. Due to declining resources, government cannot bear the cost of funding education alone. I task our academics to attract endowments, research, and other grants to universities, polytechnics, and challenges of education similar to what obtains in other countries.
This administration is very much aware that there is need for the commitment of stakeholders in the sector to take anti-corruption initiatives more seriously and deploy them to tackle corrupt practices.
We need to strengthen the legal framework that protects whistleblowers and that also provides some incentives for whistleblowing. And we need to now scale it down through publicity, public enlightenment and campaigns so that people will know that if there are very serious issues that affect them, particularly in the education sector, they can complain about them without repercussions and indeed with some incentives for doing so.
In his remarks, the chairman, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Professor Bolaji Owasonye, noted that the agency has implemented a number of systems and strategies to address cases of corruption in the nation's education sector.
In response to the recent epidemic of sexual harassment in the education sector, ICPC has constituted a special team on investigation and prosecution of sexual harassment in secondary and tertiary institutions. In collaboration with civil society, we're in the process of introducing a model policy on sexual harassment for academic institutions to adopt. We have also secured some major convictions, including that of a professor.
Nigeria has a very, very, very bad and, to me, well-deserved reputation of being a very, very corrupt society. Nobody is going to change it except us. And we just have to be sincere with ourselves. Many times people will just stand condemning corruption while the next moment they will engage in it. So we have to be serious and sincere with ourselves. Otherwise, this nation is doomed.
The one-day summit with the theme, Education and Corruption drew participants from education ministries, departments and agencies from the 36 states and the FCT, as well as other relevant stakeholders. Highlights from the event was the presentation of the 2022 Public Service Integrity Award to Superintendent Daniel Itse-Ama of the Nigerian Police Force for his display of integrity in the discharge of his duty to the nation. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview Television.